Hi there Gemini, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your weekly intuitive tarot reading for August 31st right through to September the 6th. Guys, September already. Here we go, let's see what is on the cards for you this week. Going to get started with the Work Your Light Oracle, my favourite oracle deck, to see what the overarching theme or message may be. Here it is, Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? You know, this might be stepping up in your career, might be stepping up, taking more responsibility, taking on a project that might push your comfort zone. You know, it might be stepping into your intuitive gifts, into your soul's purpose, into your calling. Can be in any area. It's like, for me, this is stepping into your power, but a place kind of beyond the surface, maybe a place where you are starting to integrate some of your own unique gifts and talents. Gemini, let's get your Yogic path card. For Gemini, let's have the message. Mulandara. This is the root chakra, the base chakra. And, you know, this can mean that maybe you are going through a level of awakening, you know, feeling that Kundalini Shakti rising from the base up to the crown. It can also mean that, you know, maybe you're moving out of a place where you are more sort of focused on your base needs, on your survival. You know, the Mulandara, you know, energy really is that the things in life, like the roof over our head, you know, love, our safety, our security, all of those types of things. So some of you may have been operating in that place for a while, and now you're starting to ascend a bit into that priestess energy. And maybe now that those needs are met, you can step up, you can move into a position of leadership, whether it's in your own life or leading others. So let's see where this is going, Gemini. I'm going to get your tarot story out now. We are going to begin by choosing the card for your recent past. Energies leaving, completing, or transitioning. Hanged Man. Yeah, I get the feeling that you're moving out of a place where things maybe were a little bit more stuck, were a little bit more stagnant, and now you're kind of getting that enlightenment to move forward on. What I always notice when I pull these cards together, look at this. These are two completely different decks, Gemini. And look at the way they fit together. See that pyramid there? You're ascending. This is an ascension. I mean, it's right there, you know, from that base chakra up into the crown. And if you look at the Hanged Man card, the Hanged Man, you know, waits for that moment of enlightenment, for that key information, for that light bulb moment and how to move forward in their life. So you might be getting a big insight. You know, your vibration might be raising. Let's get the next energy out, Gemini. For your present, current focus energy for you, for Gemini, August 31st through to September the 6th. Oh, what a blessing. Gemini, you are being guided. This is the guidance forward. You know, so I was mentioning before, maybe now you can focus on stepping up. You've got the star. As I pull that energy, the devil is at the bottom of the deck. So I really feel that maybe some of you have, you know, overcome a limitation. You know, like I said, maybe a time where, you know, finances weren't abundant, or we were in a toxic relationship, or we really were in that kind of fight, flight, or freeze period in our life. And now you're being guided out of that. That's what I'm feeling in this reading. And it's a general reading, guys, so obviously that can relate to many different areas in our lives. It could be a past trauma that you're starting to process and move through. You know, it could be, you know, a bad experience at work or something like that. Either way, I feel like you are releasing the limitations of the past and being guided forward. Let's get your near future. I'm going to take that because I saw it under the devil before. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow, guys, you know, this is playing out in divine timing. There is a big shift here for you. And, you know, I'm finishing here on the Seven of Wands, which for me very much is that card of, you know, the fight, flight, or freeze, you know, the walking on eggshells, the fact that you have been in the past, you've overcome a battle or a struggle. You know, that greener pasture, that new future that you seek is right behind you here, and you've had to overcome great challenges. The Seven of Wands for me very much is that card of going against the current, of swimming uphill, but now you are being redirected into the flow here. So Gemini, that is really beautiful. I'm just gonna see if I can fit that. I don't think I set up too well today, to be honest. Let's clarify. Clarifying that Hanged Man energy for you. There it goes. Yeah, strength. My goodness, it hasn't been easy. You are on the path forward and out of whatever it was for you. Oh, victory. Six of Wands with the star. Wow. Okay, let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. They're coming out thick and fast. Oh, here we go. Oh, my goodness, guys. I've got the Devil and the Tower. Now, if you know, the star is the energy that follows on from the Tower in the Major Arcana. And remember, we had that Devil that came out at the bottom of the deck when the star came out. So it's all linked up here. It's all linked up. There's this massive change and a massive release of something that's held you back. And I'm going to say it's held you back for a long time. You know, the Wheel of Fortune can be a 10-year energy, maybe 10 months, but I really feel longer energy for you guys. Got the Three of Wands here. You know, you really are turning your back on the past and beginning to step onto the path forward. So, and together with that, you know, you are rising above, just coming back to the oracles, you are rising above that heavier, denser energy, the energy of survival, the energy of making, you know, ends meet, the energy of, you know, lower vibration of toxicity. You are rising above that into more of a you know, a higher level of consciousness here, because you've been able to leave this energy in the past. So recent past, and it could be I feel like this is kind of extending into the deeper past for some of you. Hanged Man and the energy of strength. For me, this really indicates, you know, the limitation that held you stuck for a period of time. And, you know, the energy of strength really, it can mean a couple of different things. It can be our own limitations, the limitations of the mind or the ego, you know, the beliefs that we've held that keep us stuck from the past, maybe inherited from past lovers, relationships, our family, and all of those kinds of things. And the lion sort of stands for those inner struggles, those, you know, the beast within us that sometimes overcomes us because it has such force. But you're being asked now to be the priestess, whether you're male or female, to ascend into that divine feminine energy of higher self, of intuition, of insight, and ascend beyond this. And it's that, you know, it's having the strength and courage to really face whatever this was that held you back and turn your back on it now and rise above it. I feel like there's some kind of magical moment in that which is going to liberate you from the feeling of being stuck and stagnant. And I'm really feeling this is more like a life path stage, stuck and stagnant, not really just linked to, I couldn't get over this lover, I couldn't get over this job. I really feel like this has been a core belief for some of you that has held you suspended, right? But you're getting the insight and you're ascending and you're moving up vibrationally and you're getting ready to release. They talk about dying the death of the Hanged Man, guys. It's almost like going through a rebirth. We've got the star here as a card of rebirth. So I feel like some of you, like either an older version of yourself is dying, right? You know, you're moving through that process from, you know, denial of maybe, hey, there's no problem here, you know, these beliefs are fine, and going through that process, you know, maybe grieving for the past, grieving for that old self, but now you're getting to a place of acceptance, accepting what has been, accepting that the past is the past and we can't change it, and then surrender, you know, surrender to what is. And that's that magical moment where the light bulb goes on, the beast is tamed, and we can begin to move forward. Three of Wands. I mean, the Three of Wands, Gemini, is the energy of somebody who has disengaged with the past. They know there's nothing back there for them, and that's why, you know, that the back is turned. Yes, there's vulnerability here. This person is naked, and we know that can feel like we're very exposed, especially if we've had to move away from people, relationships, identities, all of those kinds of things. But the person in the Three of Wands is now looking, you know, standing in the present, but looking forward. what do I want to create now? And you can already just from that moment start to see, the successes, the ships on the horizon in the Rider version of this card. That's what we see. So it's like that you're on the right path, but you're at that kind of fundamental moment of walking forward. It's like the moment where we release the past and follow the future. So Three of Wands also is about, now taking the inspired action to move forward after a period where we might have been a little bit stuck and stagnant from our own limitations, or maybe the limitations of others, because we do have the Devil in this reading. So, you're claiming your victory. I feel this week there is kind of like a milestone in that victory, Gemini. I mean, the Six of Wands is about somebody who has ridden out of a darker time in their life and is now celebrating that a little bit internally and understanding that, you have gone through the worst of this. I really feel like I do see the Devil in the Tower here, but I feel for some of you that you've already journeyed through that. Maybe I should be reading that first. But the Six of Wands is about, your vibration raising, people actually seeing it in you that you have changed, you're lighter, you've let something go, you're more magnetic. It's all of those kind of things, better confidence, all of that. So it's a real card of victory, of success, claiming that victory over the past. And the Star, I mean, come on, let's go there, let's bring these in. The Star is the energy that follows on from the Tower in the Major Arcana, is that calm after the storm, the great soother. So for some of you, a tower has fallen. Some of you, it's going to fall this week or in the weeks that follow this reading. Timing is fluid. But the Tower is falling so that you can once and for all overcome the energy that oppresses you, which is represented by the Devil here in this reading, that energy that keeps us in our base needs, that keeps us in fight or flight, keeps us in survival mode. You're being asked to release whatever that is. And, a release can look like lots of different things. It can be a massive revelation to the Devil within that holds us back. It can be a truth revealed, an illusion being shattered. The Tower is the energy that shatters illusions. The Devil is an illusionary energy. It can be overcoming addictions. It's toxic relationships as well, all of those things. So it would be different for each one of you, but you're being asked to move away from that now, to allow that tower to fall, because it's no longer in alignment with you. And there's a sense that it will hold you back from that ascension or following that true purpose. And you're being divinely guided forward into a new chapter now, Gemini. So that's why the Tower is actually a blessing, because even though it can feel chaotic, I would say with the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower here, this can be quite sudden change for some of you, but it comes in to get you back on track and to get you, back into answering that deeper calling that you're being asked to step up and lead, with that priestess energy. So that's what I'm seeing here, and the Wheel of Fortune is saying that it's all playing out perfectly and in divine timing. And sometimes the Tower comes in when we haven't sort of followed the smaller signs and synchronicities. The universe goes, okay, well, I'll give you the Mack truck then. However, I really feel that it is playing out in divine timing with the Wheel of Fortune. This is the energy of big change in your favour, that wheel turning, a whole new positive chapter in your life. And I feel like this past energy has been a longer term energy for many of you. And as mentioned before, the Star not only is the card that follows the Tower and the Major Arcana to help you rebalance those emotional waters of life, but this is the card of divine wish fulfillment, and it's the card of guidance. It's guiding you out of this time. Oh, there goes Judgment, guys, in reverse. It's guiding you out of this time where you felt like you had to be in self-protection mode all the time. And it's guiding you into a time where you can get back into the flow. We can flow with the current instead of against it. Yeah, and some of you might be going through a final judgment here. And with that Judgment card in reverse, I'm going to say for some of you that, you held off liberating yourself from this situation. And that's why we see the Hanged Man here. But the universe has come in and said, well, you know what, it's time. And I'm going to shift you if you don't shift yourself. With the Tower, with the Wheel of Fortune, all of that. But you know, the star is the most beautiful omen. I see the vulnerability here. I see the need to reground and rebalance energetically. But this is the universe saying, you know what, you've got a bigger calling. You've got, you know, somewhere else to step up and lead in your life, or maybe to influence others. So I'm getting you back onto your purpose, back on course, and I'm going to guide you out of it. So you can really trust in that guidance there, Gemini. It's a really beautiful reading. There are some really big energies here, but this is all about, you know, sending you, getting you back on track and aligning you with your greater purpose in life. Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. A big reading for you this week. I do hope you enjoyed it. Keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective. Just align the energies with your own situation and take what resonates. If you feel called to share, please do leave me a comment. I do read each and every one, and I try to respond to as many as I can. Helps me get to know you guys and connect with your energies, and I will see you back here next week for another reading.